We're back with Coach Ryan Stuart. I got to be honest, I was a little worried at the end of last year. That was our last interview. Happy to be back?
Of course I am.
Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. How's the season gone so far? We're through tryouts now. We've had a couple of exhibition games. How do you feel the team's coming together?
Well, I think this past weekend was really important to go play those exhibition games instead of coming in game one of the season kind of rusty, and that's exactly what happened this weekend. You know, first game, lots of rust, lots of and a tough loss. And as the weekend progressed, you know, we had a real good solid effort Saturday night. Game didn't get completed due to the ice and that, but 1-0 loss kind of deal. And then Sunday we put it together against a somewhat weak team, but you know, a 9-1 win was great for the morale and just something great to build off.
For sure, because last year and the last couple of years, the Kings were your preseason opponents, like the Washington Generals, and it wasn't as good.
No, there's this guy called Bruce Krentz. It's just not quite the speed of a 17-year-old.
It's a whole different game. There's things to learn from his game, but it doesn't look at all like the U18 league. What did you see as improvements in the guys as you went through the weekend?
I think just to compete. I think it was an adjustment for a lot of them, realizing the speed of the game. So, you know, just making those decisions earlier and quicker, and just putting effort in every shift. I think they didn't realize how hard the league is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that's a great adjustment to find out this past weekend instead of this weekend.
Yeah, for sure. Nice to get that one out of the way. Lots of returning players, lots of new guys. What's the team looking like this year?
You know, we're not really sure, but I think it's a fairly young team, but it seems like maybe a little more spread out depth than the past season, so it'll be interesting. We like what we got anyways.
For sure, and we got to mention, I heard this one from tryouts, how many goalies did we have out this year?
Well, there are 12 signed up and only 11 showed, so lots.
Who's ever seen it? What do you think the past record was before that? 3, 4?
Total?
Yeah.
Oh, no. I think we had 6 last year. 7, yeah. Something like that.
Not bad. Before we get to talking about this coming weekend a little bit more, shout out to some of the coaching staff. We're earlier this year for the first couple of games, so that's why we're out here by the ice. But who's helping you out?
Well, myself and Greg Long are co-coaching. Matthew Ouellette's going to help us out up front. Justin Valentino's going to help us out with special teams. Eddie Wood's going to give us a hand with their defense. And Les McIver's going to help with the goalies again. So it's lots of help, so it's nice.
Dynamite squad and some good names from around town. Some pretty good pickups for you, Coach. I'm impressed.
Oh, yeah, they can play the game too, yeah.
They know what they're doing. Last one, what are you looking for out of the guys to do well this weekend, other than, like you said, they kind of picked up the compete level, but are we a hard-nosed team, or are we a finesse team, or are we going to find that out when the puck drops?
I think we're a mix. There's some guys with some touch, and there's some guys that like to be mean. So I'm looking forward to some high energy and some good passes and good goals.
It's going to be great. Best of luck on the weekend, Coach, and nice to have you back.
Thanks.
It's our Meet a Rookie segment. It's Trenton Flett, all the way from
Split Lake, Manitoba.
Split Lake, Manitoba. Fantastic. So you just moved to Thompson. What's the best thing about coming to Thompson so far? You've probably been here a few times since you're from Split, but now that you're kind of living here, what's the best part?
I would say my friends and school.
Who's some of the guys on the team that you've been hanging around with? Is there anyone else from Split on the team?
No.
No? You're on your own?
Yeah.
Did you know any of the guys before you came here, or have you met everybody new?
I know some of them. Yeah.
Just from playing against them?
Yeah.
And so far, so good. Is it a good bunch of guys to hang around with? Lots of fun?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
What's the most fun thing that's happened so far? You guys went on a little bit of a road trip. You went all through tryouts. What sticks out for you? Maybe not on the ice, but just what's been fun about being here so far?
Just being with the boys, and yeah, just being with the boys.
Hanging out. What'd you do on the bus? Play cards, movies, sing songs?
Sleep. I sing with the boys on the bus. and I listen to music and sleep.
You got it. What kind of songs? Pop songs like Britney Spears, or are you country?
Hip hop and country.
Wow, that's a good little switcheroo. How tall are you? Taller than me? I'm 6'2".
No, I'm 6 foot.
This guy's got the tallest skates in the league. And and where do you get your haircut? Your haircut's almost as good as mine too.
Steel Cuts.
Quick shout out to Dora at Steel Cuts. The guy looks like $1 million. You got any brothers or sisters?
Yeah, I got 1 brother and 4 sisters.
Holy cow. Give us all their names. Shout them out, because hopefully they'll watch the show and they'll get us some views.
I'd like to say hello to my family and friends watching the show, and my brother Rickson.
Your sisters don't get mentions?
Oh yeah, Shannon, Renee, Kendall, and Julie.
Right on. I got a sister named Shannon. It's kind of cool. I'll shout her out. Hi, Shannon. Let's see. Favorite NHL player?
Sidney Crosby.
Absolute no doubter. Do you have any personal goals for this year? What are some of the things you're working on, or what do you want to be good at through the year here?
Probably scoring goals and be on the power play.
Very good. Did you get any PP time in the exhibition game?
Yeah.
And any goals?
Yeah, I got 1 goal this weekend.
Describe it for us, and then we'll let you go. How'd it go? What'd you do?
Where me and Gregory were battling on the boards. Then I missed the pass. Good thing I missed it. I went to a primer down the boards, and he passed it to me under that guy's stick, and I just boom, Matthews.
And what was your celebration? Well done. Trenton Flett, it's Meet a Rookie right here on the Northstars show. Cayden Nychyporuk, returning player here on the first episode of the Northstar season this year. How does it feel to be a returning player? Did it feel different last year? A little bit more comfort, or did you have big nerves coming in?
Well, last year I was really nervous coming into the team. Bunch of guys that you always kind of watched and looked up to, because you always thought they were so much better than you and all that. Like it's just now coming into this year as a returning player, you feel more confident, more happy to be here. Basically, right off from the start, it's easier to find yourself into a rhythm. I feel.
I love that. Were there any things that you did during the camp or when you were hanging around with the guys to make some of the other guys feel a little bit more comfortable? Did you think about that at all?
Maybe a little bit to some of the people that I knew from playing on previous teams with them, and made them feel a little bit more at ease when they showed up here for the tryouts.
And what were some of the things that you were working on sort of through the tryouts and in the exhibition games? What's changed for you? I know last time you were probably fighting for ice time. This time around, what are some of the things you got to do to help lead these guys now that you're a returning player?
Just on ice play is huge. Being able to play with all the top lines, always having effort and not trying to beat yourself up more often. Trying to let that, and then also it's another thing with the leadership. Can't get mad at other people, and never really had a problem with that, but it's all something.
I'm gonna say you look about as laid back as me, so I'd be impressed to see you flip out on one of these guys, but it could happen.
Good.
Down at the exhibition games, how did you feel like you did? What was maybe not you necessarily, but your lines? Were you guys playing tough? Were you playing finesse kind of game? What sort of game were you playing?
I feel lots of the times we were playing a really gritty game, lots of hard work, and at times we would have a little bit of finesse behind the play, but it was mainly getting down into the corners and working as hard as you could to get the puck and try to score goals.
And did you get any?
I got one.
Nice. Tell us about it.
2-on-1. I was the driving player. They shot it off the backboards right to me, and easy tapping into the empty net.
I like those. And on purpose off the boards, or just a bad miss of the net right on?
Bad miss of the net.
Not even close. That's good. Any guys here? I know this one's always a tough one, but any, especially the new guys that have kind of stuck out for you, or who really stepped up so far. Any names or guys that you're looking forward to playing with?
Maybe Isaac Tomchuk. He's the way he works. It's I love to see it. He has a really hard. He works really hard. His work ethic's there. He shows up to every game ready to play and always in a good and cheerful mood. He's a nice guy to play with too.
That's a beauty. Well, hopefully we get her done this weekend. Are you excited, nervous? We've got Kenora coming in. It's a big rivalry. There's going to be lots of people in the stands, which is a little bit unlike the last couple of years. So how are you feeling going into the weekend?
I feel pretty confident. I feel that we still have to show up and play because it's all important and we need every win possible. It's trying to put ourselves into a good spot into the season and maybe put ourselves in the playoffs. Every win is very necessary.
I like that the playoff run starts this weekend.
Every game matters. Every single one.
It's funny, you're right, because at the end of the year, you always kind of kick yourself for some of those little ones that get away. And last year we had a bunch that were such close games and got away on us. So we got to get those this year.
Yeah, those are those games that we can't lock down and always come back to haunt you later on in the season when you're trailing by 7 points, needing to win every game.
We should have had him. Cayden Nychyporuk, returning player right here on the Northstars show. I'm your host, Bruce Krentz. Behind the camera is Paul Anderson. Whenever he's in Winnipeg, he's the fifth emergency goalie for the Jets.
Fifth emergency
goalie. They haven't called him yet. Kenora Thistle's in town. Come on out and check it out. Hey, it's season 1 of, it's season 11, episode 1. It's the Northstars show. Thanks for watching.